Hey everyone! Are you a student struggling to make your money last until the end of the month? Maybe you're juggling tuition, rent, food, social life, and unexpected expenses, and it feels like your paycheck disappears almost as soon as it arrives. Or perhaps you want to save for something big, like a spring break trip, a new laptop, or even your first investment. If that sounds like you, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to show you how to budget like a pro, even if you're living off ramen noodles and a part-time paycheck. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, actionable plan to manage your money, save more, and feel in control of your finances. Before we dive in, let me ask you a question. What's the biggest money challenge you face as a student? Is it making your paycheck last, saving for big goals, or just figuring out how to even start a budget? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to hear your stories, and you'll be surprised how many other students feel the same way. I want you to imagine your life 6 months from now if you start budgeting today. You could have hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars saved, fewer financial worries, and more freedom to spend on what truly matters. But that only happens if you take the first step. And the first step is understanding why budgeting is so crucial for students. Why budgeting is crucial. Budgeting isn't just something adults do. It's actually one of the fastest ways to gain freedom and control over your life as a student. Many students think budgeting is restrictive or boring, but the truth is, budgeting gives you freedom, clarity, and peace of mind. Without a budget, it's easy to overspend on things like coffee, takeout, streaming subscriptions, and nights out, and suddenly find yourself living paycheck to paycheck. Imagine this. You earn $1,200 from a part-time job. Without tracking where it goes, that money could be gone in just 2 weeks. Coffee, Uber rides, snacks, and spontaneous outings eat away at your funds. But with a simple budget, you could save $300 to $400 each month, giving you over $3,600 to $4,800 in a school year. That's real money for emergencies, travel, or even investing. The benefits of budgeting go far beyond just saving money. First, it helps you avoid unnecessary debt. Student life is full of temptations, and without a plan, credit cards or personal loans can sneak up on you. Second, budgeting allows you to save for your goals, whether it's a spring break trip, a new laptop, or a small investment account. Third, it reduces stress, because money worries are one of the top causes of anxiety for students. When you know exactly where every dollar goes, you sleep better at night and focus more on your studies and personal life. Now, let's get personal. Let me tell you a story about my friend Alex. Alex was a sophomore living on a part-time income of $1,000 per month. He loved coffee, eating out with friends, and buying the latest gadgets. By the end of the month, he had no money left. The result? Stress, missed rent payments, and relying on credit cards. After learning to budget, Alex started using the 50-30-20ths rule. Within 3 months, he saved $350 per month, reduced his credit card usage, and even managed to buy a used laptop without debt. This shows the power of simple budgeting applied consistently. Exercise for viewers. Take a piece of paper and write down all the times in the last month when you spent money on things you didn't need. How much do you think you wasted? Seeing this clearly is the first step toward control. Understanding income and expenses before you can build a budget. You need to know exactly how much money you have coming in and going out. Many students skip this step, and that's why money disappears so quickly. Identifying your income. Your income might come from multiple sources: part-time jobs, on-campus work or local jobs around your university, allowances, family support or living stipends, scholarships and grants. Financial aid refunds can help cover monthly expenses, side hustles, tutoring, freelance work, or even selling items online. For example, imagine you earn $1,200 per month from your part-time job and $200 from tutoring. That gives you a total monthly income of $1,400. Knowing this exact number is essential because your entire budget will be based on it. Categorizing your expenses. Once you know your income, categorize your expenses into fixed and variable. Fixed expenses: rent, subscriptions, insurance, phone bill, tuition installments if applicable. Variable expenses: groceries, eating out, transportation, entertainment, shopping. Here's an example budget. Rent, $600. Groceries, $150. Transportation, $50. Streaming subscriptions, $30. Entertainment, fun, $100. Miscellaneous, $50. Total expenses, $980. Money left to save, $420. Tracking every dollar may sound tedious, but it's a game changer. You can use apps like Mint, YNAB, Pocket Guard, or even a simple Google Sheet to make it visual and easy to manage. Here's a question for you. Do you even know how much money you spend each month? If not, start tracking it today and comment below what you discover. Seeing the truth of your spending is eye-opening. Mini case study. Student A, Sarah, lives in a college town and earns $1,500 per month. She didn't track expenses initially. By month 2, she realized she spent $200 on coffee and snacks alone. After adjusting, she saved $250 per month. Small awareness created huge results. Exercise for viewers. For 1 week, track all your spending, no matter how small. At the end of the week, categorize them and see where you can cut. Creating a student-friendly budget. Now that we understand income and expenses, let's talk about budgeting methods that actually work for students. There are several approaches, and you can choose what fits your lifestyle. 50-30-20 rule. The 50-30-20 rule is simple. 50% of your income goes to needs, rent, groceries, transportation. 30% goes to wants, entertainment, dining out, hobbies. 20% goes to savings or investments. Example: if your monthly income is $1,200, needs, $600, wants, $360, savings, $240. This system is straightforward, easy to follow, and flexible enough for most student lifestyles. Envelope system. The envelope system uses cash to allocate money for each category. Once the money is gone, you stop spending in that category. Example: food, $150 cash; fun, $100 cash; transportation, $50 cash. This method works well for controlling variable expenses and preventing overspending, especially if you're prone to impulse buys. Zero-based budgeting. Zero-based budgeting assigns every dollar a purpose, making your income minus expenses equal zero. This method gives you maximum control over your finances. Example: income, $1,400, rent, $600, groceries, $150, fun, $100. Savings, $300. Emergency fund, $150. Every dollar is accounted for, and there's no waste. Hybrid budgeting systems. Many students prefer combining methods. For example, use the 50-30-20ths rule as a framework, but use envelopes for variable expenses to control overspending. Others combine zero-based budgeting with digital tracking apps to automate categories and visualize savings growth. Audience engagement. Which method do you think would work best for you? Comment below. I love hearing how students personalize their budgets. Cutting costs without sacrificing fun. Being a student doesn't mean giving up all the things you enjoy. It's about spending smarter. Tips to cut costs. 1. Meal prep at home. Cooking your own meals is cheaper and healthier than eating out. 2. Use student discounts. Many stores, software, and services offer discounts just for students. 3. Streaming deals. Share family plans with roommates or friends. 4. Buy used textbooks, or go digital to save hundreds per semester. 5. Transportation hacks. Public transit, bikes, or carpooling can save a ton. 6. Coffee at home. If you spend $10 per day on coffee, that's $300 per month. Brewing at home saves nearly $250. 7. Avoid brand name products. Generic products often taste and work the same. 8. Use campus resources. Libraries, fitness centers, and free events can save hundreds. Challenge for viewers. Identify one small expense you can cut this week. Even saving $10 to $20 per week adds up over time. Budgeting by semester, not month. Most students think in monthly terms, but considering a semester-based budget helps you plan for tuition, books, and events. Example: tuition, $3,000 for the semester, books, $500, housing, $1,800, food, $900. Instead of scrambling each month, divide total semester expenses by months in the semester. If the semester is 4 months, plan $1,300 per month. How would thinking in semester terms change your current spending? Comment below. Create a fun fund. Many students avoid budgeting fun activities, which can lead to frustration and overspending. Instead, allocate a separate fun fund. Example: income, $1,400 per month. Fun fund, $100. Goal: use it only for entertainment and social activities. This prevents guilt while still keeping your budget intact. Mini case study. Emma loved concerts and nights out but overspent. Allocating a fun fund let her enjoy life without touching her savings. Grocery budget hacks. Food is one of the largest student expenses. Here's how to save without going hungry. Buy in bulk for staples like rice, pasta, and beans. Meal prep for the week. Shop at discount stores or local markets. Use student apps like Ibotta or Rakuten for cashback rewards. Example: switching from daily $10 meals to weekly meal prep at $35 per week saved $65 per week, over $250 per month. Exercise. Track your last week's food spending and see how much you could save with meal prep. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation is when your spending increases as your income increases. Even a small raise or extra shift shouldn't mean more spending unless it fits your budget. Example: if your part-time job gives you an extra $100 per month, Resist the urge to eat out more. Instead, add it to savings or emergency fund. If you got a $100 raise today, would you spend it or save it? Comment below. The 24-hour rule: impulse purchases can ruin a budget. Use the 24-hour rule. Wait 24 hours before buying anything non-essential. Mini case study. Mark spent $50 impulsively each week on games and snacks. After applying the 24-hour rule, he only spent $20 per week, saving $120 per month. Cash-only challenges: try living 1 week using cash only. It forces awareness of spending and prevents mindless card swipes. Exercise. Withdraw your weekly budget in cash and try not to spend beyond it. Track results. Side hustle budget integration: many students earn extra income, but don't always budget it wisely. Treat side hustle income as separate from essentials. Example: regular income, $1,200 per month. Side hustle, $300 per month. Allocate side hustle. 50% fun, 30% savings, 20% extra expenses. Mini case study. Lila used side hustle income to fund a spring break trip without touching her savings. Use student financial tools: Mint, YNAB, Pocket Guard, Good Budget. Track spending. Create categories: Splitwise. Track group expenses for roommates. Google Sheets templates. Fully customizable. Cashback and reward apps, e.g., Rakuten, Ibotta. Fetch rewards. Try one new app this week and track all expenses to see savings opportunities. Budgeting for social life. Socializing can take a big chunk of a student budget. Here's how to manage it. Set a monthly entertainment cap. Plan free or low-cost activities, campus events, hiking, movie nights. Rotate hosting friends to save on eating out. Example: budget $80 per month for social activities instead of unlimited spending. You still enjoy your life but avoid guilt. Track and adjust weekly. Don't set a budget and forget it. Track spending weekly and adjust. Compare budget versus actual spending. Identify categories: overspending or underspending. Reallocate money where needed. Mini case study. Tom realized he over-budgeted $50 on transportation and under-budgeted $75 on groceries. Weekly tracking helped him reallocate and save more. Create financial goals with rewards. Budgeting is easier when you attach goals and rewards. Short term: save $100 for concert tickets. Medium term: save $500 for a laptop. Long term: build $1,000 emergency fund. Exercise: write down 3 financial goals and attach a reward for achieving each. Split savings into multiple accounts. Use separate accounts for emergency fund, fund, and savings goals. It prevents spending from bleeding into other goals. Mini case study. Maya split her savings into emergency, travel, and education accounts. She avoided spending emergency money on spontaneous trips. Blank, blank. Use a student budget calendar. Visualize income and expenses. Tuition due dates, rent due dates, bill reminders, paycheck dates. Helps avoid late fees and ensures timely savings. Make a simple calendar with all recurring payments and income for the next month. Minimalist approach to budgeting. Some students benefit from a minimalist mindset. Buy only what is essential and focus on experiences instead of material items. Example: instead of buying a $60 hoodie, go thrift shopping or save that for travel. Peer accountability. Share your budget goals with a trusted friend. Having someone check in can reduce overspending and keep motivation high. Exercise. Find a budgeting buddy and compare progress weekly. Micro savings tricks. Small savings can accumulate fast. Round up every purchase and transfer to savings. Save spare change digitally with apps. Unsubscribe from unnecessary auto-pay services. Mini case study. Jake used a Roundup app for 3 months, saving $150 without feeling it. Emergency fund challenges. Build an emergency fund through weekly challenges. Week 1. Save $10 per day from small expenses. Week 2. Skip 1 coffee run. Week 3. Sell old clothes or books. Outcome. Within a month, you could have $100 to $200 extra for unexpected expenses. Seasonal budgeting. Consider expenses that occur seasonally. Winter. Higher heating. Clothes. Spring break. Travel funds. Back to school. Books. Supplies. Plan ahead by setting aside small amounts monthly for these predictable spikes. Budgeting while living with roommates. Living with roommates introduces shared expenses. Split rent, utilities, groceries. Track shared spending using apps like Splitwise. Establish rules for shared bills. Mini case study. Sarah and 2 roommates avoided arguments by tracking shared groceries and utilities, saving $50 per month each. Track spending psychology. Be aware of emotional spending triggers, stress, boredom, or social pressure. Use journal or app to note why you spend. Reflect weekly and adjust habits. Exercise. For 1 week, write down every purchase and why you made it. Look for patterns at the end of the week. Budget for transportation. Smartly. Transportation can eat your budget. Use public transit instead of rideshare. Walk or bike when possible. Combine trips to reduce gas costs. Use student discounts for public transportation passes. Mini case study. Mike switched from Uber to biking and saved $150 per month. Budgeting for tech and AMP. Subscriptions. Students often spend on apps, streaming, and software. Audit subscriptions quarterly. Use free alternatives when possible. Share subscriptions with friends or family. Exercise. Make a list of all subscriptions and cancel at least one unnecessary service this month. Budget challenges and AMP. Gamification. Gamify your budgeting. Set weekly spending challenges. Track progress with points or charts. Reward yourself when you meet savings goals. Mini case study. Anna challenged herself to spend under $100 on groceries weekly. She exceeded her goal and used rewards to buy a book she wanted. Budgeting with cashback and rewards. Take advantage of student-friendly rewards programs. Cashback credit cards, responsibly. Reward apps for grocery or gas purchases. Credit card points for essentials. Exercise. Track all rewards earned this month and apply them towards savings or purchases. Budget reflection and AMP. Monthly review. End each month with a reflection. Compare planned versus actual spending. Identify overspending areas. Adjust next month's budget accordingly. If you found these budgeting tips helpful, here's what I want you to do next. 1. Like this video if you learned at least one new way to save money or manage your budget. 2. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss tips on saving, investing, and making your student life financially stress-free. 3. Comment below. Which budgeting strategy are you going to try first? Is it meal prepping, using a fun fund, or starting a side hustle? I'll read every comment and share some of my favorite student stories in the next video. 4. Share this video with a friend who's struggling to stretch their student budget. You could help them save hundreds of dollars this year. 5. Take action today. Grab a notebook, Write down all your expenses this week, and start your budget. Remember, the sooner you start, the sooner you'll feel in control of your money. Budgeting is a skill, and like any skill, it gets easier the more you practice. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how your financial life transforms. You've got this.